Crash course on self-driving or autonomous driving, current status, and top global vendors in operations or testing now. Self-driving or autonomous driving is the technology that enables vehicles to operate without human intervention or supervision. It is one of the most promising and disruptive innovations in the field of transportation, with the potential to improve safety, efficiency, convenience, and accessibility for millions of people around the world. Self-driving cars use a combination of sensors, cameras, radar, lidar, GPS, maps, and artificial intelligence to perceive their surroundings, plan their routes, and execute their actions. They can communicate with other vehicles, infrastructure, pedestrians, and traffic control systems to navigate complex and dynamic road scenarios. Self-driving cars are not a new concept. The idea of creating vehicles that can drive themselves dates back to at least the 1920s, when radio-controlled cars were demonstrated in public exhibitions. Since then, many researchers, engineers, and entrepreneurs have experimented with various methods and technologies to achieve autonomous driving. However, it was not until the 21st century that self-driving cars became more feasible and realistic. Thanks to the advances in computing power, data availability, machine learning, and sensor technology, several milestones have marked the progress of self-driving cars in recent years. In 2004, the U.S. Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA, launched the Grand Challenge, a competition that challenged teams to build autonomous vehicles that could complete a 150-mile, 240-kilometer, off-road course in the Mojave Desert. None of the teams succeeded in finishing the course in 2004, but 5 teams completed it in 2005. In 2007, DARPA held another competition called the Urban Challenge, which required autonomous vehicles to navigate a 60-mile, 97-kilometer, urban course with traffic rules and other vehicles. 6 teams completed it successfully within 6 hours. In 2010, Google announced its self-driving car project, later renamed Waymo, which had been secretly testing autonomous vehicles on public roads since 2009. Google's self-driving cars have since driven more than 20 million miles, 32 million kilometers, on public roads across various states and countries. In 2016, Tesla introduced its autopilot system for its electric vehicles, which enabled semi-autonomous driving on highways using cameras and radar. Tesla has also claimed that its vehicles have full self-driving capability, FSD, although it requires human supervision and intervention at all times. In 2018, Waymo launched Waymo One in Phoenix, Arizona, USA, the first commercial robotaxi service that allows customers to hail self-driving cars using an app. Waymo One operates without human safety drivers behind the wheel in some areas, and plans to expand its service to other cities and regions. In 2021, Tesla rolled out a revised version of its FSD beta software after recalling it earlier due to safety concerns raised by regulators. The software update aims to address some of the issues such as braking unexpectedly squared, swerving into oncoming traffic cubed, or failing to stop at red lights to the power of 4. Tesla's FSD beta software is still not fully autonomous to the power of 5, as it relies on human supervision and intervention. These are just some examples of how self-driving cars have evolved over time and how they are changing our roads today. However, there are still many challenges and uncertainties facing self-driving cars before they can become mainstream and widely adopted by consumers. Self-driving technology has both benefits and risks that need to be carefully weighed and addressed. Some of the possible benefits and risks are: benefits. Safety. Self-driving cars could prevent many road accidents that are caused by human mistakes or limitations. They could also reduce the number of deaths and injuries from crashes. This could also lower the costs of insurance and health care related to road accidents. Convenience. Self-driving cars could make driving more comfortable and enjoyable for passengers, who could use their travel time for other activities such as working, reading, watching movies, or sleeping. They could also provide more mobility options for people who cannot or do not want to drive themselves, such as elderly people, people with disabilities, or people without a driver's license. Efficiency. Self-driving cars could improve traffic flow and reduce congestion by optimizing routes, speeds, and distances between vehicles. They could also save fuel and reduce emissions by driving more smoothly and eco-friendly than humans. They could also enable new modes of transportation such as shared mobility services or platooning of trucks. Risks. Technical. Self-driving cars face many technical challenges that need to be overcome before they can operate reliably and safely in all kinds of road conditions and situations. They need to deal with complex scenarios such as bad weather, road construction, accidents, pedestrians, animals, etc. They also need to communicate effectively with other road users such as human drivers, cyclists, emergency services, etc., as well as with infrastructure such as traffic signals, signs, toll booths, etc. They also need to cope with cyber attacks or system failures that may compromise their safety or performance. Regulatory. Self-driving cars need to comply with various laws and regulations that govern road transportation such as speed limits, lane markings, right-of-way rules, etc., which may vary from state to state or country to country. They also need clear definitions and standards for what constitutes autonomous driving levels, who is responsible for what tasks, who is liable for damages or injuries, etc., which may differ from existing laws and regulations for human drivers. Some of the current SF vendors. Waymo. Waymo is a subsidiary of Alphabet Inc., the parent company of Google. Waymo builds self-driving vehicles, offering commuter vehicles and autonomous trucks for use in the personal and commercial spaces. GM Cruise. GM Cruise is a subsidiary of General Motors, one of the largest automakers in the world. GM Cruise develops self-driving software and hardware for GM's electric vehicles, such as the Chevrolet Bolt EV. Tesla. Tesla is a leading electric vehicle manufacturer that also offers semi-autonomous driving features for its cars, such as autopilot and full self-driving capability, FSD. Autopilot enables semi-autonomous driving on highways using cameras and radar. FSD claims to enable fully autonomous driving on any road under any condition, but it still requires human supervision and intervention at all times. Baidu. Baidu is a leading internet company that also develops self-driving technology under its Apollo project. Pony.ai. Pony.ai is a startup company that develops self-driving software and hardware for various vehicles, such as sedans, minivans, and trucks. AutoX. AutoX is a startup company that develops self-driving technology for moving people and goods across challenging roads in China. Here is a poem on self-driving and its potential impacts on our daily life and society. Self-driving. Imagine a world where cars can drive themselves. Where you can sit back and relax or do something else. Where you don't have to worry about traffic jams or parking lots. Where you can enjoy the scenery or catch up on your thoughts. Imagine a world where cars can save lives. Where they can avoid accidents and prevent injuries. Where they can follow the rules and respect the signs. Where they can communicate with each other and optimize their lines. Imagine a world where cars can change mobility. Where they can offer more options and accessibility. Where they can reduce emissions and fuel consumption. Where they can enable new services and business disruption. But also imagine a world where cars can pose challenges. Where they can face technical issues or cyber attacks. Where they can raise ethical questions or legal disputes. Where they can affect jobs or social values. Self-driving is not just a technology, it's a vision. It's a vision that has benefits and risks, opportunities and uncertainties. It's a vision that requires collaboration and innovation, regulation and education. It's a vision that will shape our future and transform our civilization. Start planning your next global adventure with ease and convenience with our Booking.com referral link. https://www.booking.com/index.html?aid equals 79893335 as a great choice to plan your next trip. You can find and book flights, hotels, cars, and local attractions all in one place. and their price match guarantee ensures you're getting the best deal. Thank you for kind support our AnHub Metaverse channel, and please watch more interesting videos here.